Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Sports Select Sports Talk. My name is Mitchell Clinton, I'm your host, and you know what, it is getting close to baseball season, and baseball season means Goldeyes on Shaw, and I've got two Goldeyes right here, Amos Ramon and Matt Rusch sitting right across from me. And guys, you know, just going over your stats from previous years, Amos played only one game in 2011 before that knee injury, but in 2010 with Lake County of the former Northern League, hit .316, 57 RBI, 92 games. Matt Rusch is joining the Goldeyes from the Can-Am League where he played in Quebec. 17-6 record, pretty impressive, I got to say. The Goldeyes fans got to be loving that. You guys, we were talking a little bit off camera. You guys just chomping at the bit to get going here, I bet.
Oh yeah, it's getting that crunch time, 2 weeks away, looking ready to go.
Yeah, so I mean, and Matt, you know, even though you're a new addition to the Goldeyes, you came here in February, so you've been just basically training the whole time, just sitting, waiting. How has that been? It's
been nice, you know, being able to train a lot, but, you know, like you said, waiting to get out there, and I can't wait for the season to start. There's only so much you can do training-wise. But once you get out on the field, it really starts that season off. So
before coming to Winnipeg, Matt, had you been here before? Did you have to acclimatize yourself a little bit? I mean, we had a warmer winter than usual, so I mean, there's not much of a better welcome we could have given you.
Right, yeah, I've never been to Winnipeg before, but you know, I've heard that it's you know, very ferocious in the wintertime and stuff. But no, it's actually been really nice. And since I arrived in February, you know, it's been very fair weather, so I've been able to get out and do my training and get used to the city, walk around, and you know, kind of learn my new surroundings here. So it's been really nice.
Excellent. So Amos, last season obviously didn't go the way that you would have expected or would have liked, only able to play the one game before the knee injury. Is this a season where you're excited to kind of show your stuff to the Winnipeg fans?
Oh yeah, you know, I was here in 2006, so I kind of had a little bit, and then I played against them in 2010, so I live here now, so I'm from here, and last year was, you know, basically a welcome home. I wanted to play here, I wanted to, you know, live here and play. Last year didn't go as I planned, of course, but I'm looking forward to this year. I'm ready to go this year.
So did you take on I mean, I don't want to say a cheerleading role, but did you take on more of a supporting role as the year went on last season, trying to just
yeah, you know, it could have been easy just to sit around and kind of mope and stuff, especially after the injury. But you know, we had a great team, and I didn't want to be that guy that was in the locker room, kind of, you know, just sitting there and being bummed out. So I kind of just wanted to, you know, get that upbeat in the clubhouse and, you know, get us going.
And we talked about, you know, Amos having his chance now. Matt, it's the same with you. I mean, the Winnipeg fans are going to love the sound of a 17-6 record with a 3.14 ERA. Are you looking forward to kind of showing your stuff here?
I am. You know, it's a new opportunity for me, so I'm looking forward to it. And you know, I've heard a lot about the team. I've heard a lot about the fans and everything, and the great support that they have. So yeah, can't wait to get out there and kind of acclimate myself a little bit more to the city and get used to it. And yeah, hopefully everything turns out well.
And both of you can kind of have at this question if you like, but the team obviously very successful last season. Didn't make the playoff run that was anticipated. How do you guys kind of get over that hump this season, along with the expectations of the fans? Do you feel that when you're out on the field?
A little, but I mean, last year, if you watch that you know, playoff series, that was an unbelievable series. I mean, I've never seen a series playing pro ball, even college or anything. I've never seen that type of series where it's been back and forth and you just never knew. And it came, like I said, it came down to the end. So I think we have that hunger again and that fire that we were so close, and I think we have the core to get us there again.
And Matt, maybe talk about, you know, coming into a situation like this. Obviously, you know, coming into a successful franchise is a I mean, you can't argue with that. It's not a bad situation to be in. But I mean, talk about the expectations that, you know, maybe you feel going in with the fans wanting success this season.
Well, sure, yeah. With last year having the great success, you know, they always want more. So this year we're just trying to build off that, maybe make a deeper run in the playoffs, and hopefully bring a championship here. And you know, that's what it's about. And it's a long season, so we just have to try to stay focused and keep grinding out as much as possible. It's a tough road schedule. So, like I said, we just have to stay focused and take one day at a time and go from there.
The old adage, one day at a time. That's it. It's so true, though. I mean, it really is. I like to take the similar approach to sports reporting. I really do. Amos, we touched on your injury a little bit earlier. Can you talk about the rehabilitation process you went through last season, and then getting yourself back into playing shape for this season?
Yeah, I started off, you know, it's kind of doing little things, little walking. You know, the knee injury is kind of a hard deal. I've never had a knee problem ever. So we did a lot of, you know, trying to get movement back, mobility, stuff like that. I was in Texas actually this past 5 weeks training down there, doing more mobility, running, stabilizing. It feels great. Like, I really don't feel anything anymore. especially being down in that heat, it felt perfect.
I bet.
Yeah.
And I guess talk about maybe the mental block. You talk about, I mean, there's hockey players coming back with concussions, even baseball players come back from concussions. A knee is a similar thing. How do you get over that little bit of a mental block, whether it's sliding into home plate with the catcher blocking the plate or anything like that?
It did kind of come up when I first started taking ground balls and hitting. It was like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But now I don't even think about it anymore. It's actually out of my mind. Like my steps, everything is just how it used to be.
Out of your mind until a host brings it up and asks you about it.
Exactly.
I mean, this is for either of you. Just before the season starts, we talked about this as well. You guys have 3 exhibition games at home, followed by a total of 12 games on the road. Only 2 days off kind of in between there. 3 of those games are exhibition, mind you, and then you have 9 regular season games. With the new players coming in, guys like you, Matt, does that kind of help you guys, come together as a team, even though you kind of have the spring training a bit? But, when you're playing games day in, day out together, does that help you guys come together?
Oh, absolutely. The fact that we do start on the road like that on such a long road trip, that's where a team usually comes together. So we're looking forward to that, and it is a long road trip. So we're going to have plenty of time to get to know each other. So we'll just keep going with that, and hopefully we can build off that.
And obviously, spring training hasn't started yet. But Amos, guys like you that have been on the team, how much opportunity have you guys had to kind of meet with the new guys?
0 so far. Matt, I met Matt back in February when he got here, and then we've been going since I came back. Actually, I just got back Sunday. We've been going to the field every day and working out together. But once guys start getting here, they have the itch as much as we do. So they'll be out on the field and doing stuff and getting ready.
And then when you guys come back, obviously the home opener, May 29th. Should mention if you have any ticket questions or any questions about the team, Goldeyes.com, or you can follow them on Twitter at Winnipeg Goldeyes. That's right underneath me right now. So I guess your guys' home opener, May 29th. It's going to be great to come back to Shaw Park, I'd imagine, after being on the road that long.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Shaw Park's a great place to play at, and a lot of guys in indie ball know that, and this place is awesome.
So Matt, we'll get a little bit away here, but talk about the day-to-day schedule of a pitcher. It's something that you're not throwing every day, at least not in game action. But let's say today's Wednesday. Let's say you threw last night. You were the starter last night. Threw a 10-0 complete game shutout, perfect game win for the Goldeyes. What does the rest of your week look like? When do you kind of start getting ready for that next start?
Well, you kind of want to have at least 1 day of rest, so I like to take the next day off, maybe throw very, very lightly. But after that, it's getting right back after it. The next day is very light throwing. You do a lot of your heavy lifting because you don't want to do that a couple days right before your start or you'll be sore. So it's just kind of a gradual process. The next, say, 2 days after the start, you'll throw a little bit longer, maybe do a little bit of long toss, get your arm back in shape. And then after that, probably 3rd day after, you do a lot of running, get your endurance back up, maybe throw a bullpen and kind of work on your pitches, what didn't go well in your last start, and kind of work on that and go forward with it. And then the day before, just a nice little, the day before your next start, a nice little toss and just refine everything a little bit more. And, just try to get yourself mentally prepared. And before you know it, those 5 days, those 4 days, they go really quick. So you don't have too much time to think about it. And, it's a nice little routine. And once you get into it, things just kind of go from there.
Sounds like a good routine. I'd love that. Amos, as an infielder, you're in the lineup pretty much every game, knee injury aside. But what is your game day routine like?
Usually I get to the field pretty early. I like to take a little light workout, just kind of maintain strength. And then from there, I do early hitting. We do early ground balls, and then BP starts, and then get ready for the game.
And then it's game time before you even know it. We're going to go into something. It sounds like a well-crafted pun, but it's actually what we call it on the show anyways. Quick hitters. We'll get each of you guys to answer each question, and they're pretty. I'm not going to throw anything earth-shattering at you guys. Your favorite baseball memory?
Ooh.
Right off the start, hard hitting.
Favorite baseball memory? Probably throwing a no-hitter in high school. That was awesome. Yeah.
I'd have to say my first professional game, just looking around during BP and realizing this is professional baseball now, and just the surreal moment of it all. It's something I'll never forget.
And as a little bit of a segue, when did you know baseball was something that you wanted to do with your life?
Oh, since I was probably little. It's something that you drive, and it's in you. And baseball it's in your blood. It's something. It's hard to talk about because it's every day you live it. You know, it's something that you always work for.
And I grew up right next to a ball field, so it was very easy for me to just go across the street. And so yeah, I've been playing my entire life, and it's something I've always worked for. At first, it was just to get to college and get a nice education, and after that, after a little bit of success in college, it was let's see how far I can take this.
And with my height, you'd think I grew up next to a restaurant, but it never happened. I swear I had neighbors. Your favorite pregame meal?
Pregame meal? Shoot, on the spot. I don't know. I just like sandwiches. I just like something light, nothing heavy.
Good call.
Absolutely nothing heavy. Probably a little bit of oatmeal or a little something with some extra protein in it.
Nice, excellent. Advice for young players. Matt, I'll get you to talk maybe for a young pitcher that's maybe trying to develop that curveball. What kind of tips would you give them?
I'd say, take it easy. Don't rush into it. You can't really force something like that. You have to let your body mature and develop. So if you do start at a younger age, you're a little bit more prone to injury. So I didn't start to throw my curveball until I was probably 18 or 19, first year of college. So I'd say, take it easy and, develop it. But once you finally grow into your body, I think it's time to, then you can start to try to develop secondary pitches like that. But, baseball, fastball is the most dominant pitch. So I'd say work off of that.
Excellent. And I guess, Amos, for a young infielder that's trying to, take that next step, what would you say?
Take a lot of ground balls and hit all the time. I think hitting is important, and I think you can't have a bad, one performance and then call it quits. I think hitting's something that you have to fine tune, especially with infielding the same way. I think you have to take a lot of ground balls and you got to hit a lot, and for it, it's all muscle memory. So you got to fine tune it and get it ready.
That's, and you guys talked a little bit earlier on that you're just chomping at the bit, ready to get going. And, Matt, you've been here since February. You guys have talked about you've been watching a lot of baseball. Yeah. It's early in the MLB season, but if you had to pick a World Series winner, who's it going to be?
I'd have to go with Detroit Tigers. They look strong. They got the hitting, obviously, with picking up Prince Fielder, and the pitching staff is just as good. So I'd put my money on them.
Rangers. I think they're the best team right now in baseball overall, pitching, hitting. I think it'll be Detroit and the Rangers, but I think it's going to be the Rangers all the way.
And come October, we're going to pull this tape out and see if you guys are. That's Amos Ramon and Matt Rusch of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll be seeing a lot of you at the ballpark, and if you can't get down to the ballpark, obviously Shaw carries 20 games this season as well. And of course, thank you for watching Sports Select Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.